welcome you to task 3 or step 3. So step 3 is installing your filing system. So again, we started with first and foremost laying our foundation. So we've talked about the vision, values, org structure. We've talked about values, yes, and then reorientating our team. So that was step 1. We wanted to tell everybody in the organization that yes, this is a new era. Thereafter, we aligned with our RHP. Next thing we want you to do now is to ensure that your filing system is ready for the good work that you're now going to be putting in place. Because all your structure, all your documents that you're going to create, all your templates that you're going to work on, all your SOPs, operational manuals that you're going to work on, need to be filed in a very systematic way, in such a way that you are not going to be looking for documents all over the place, and it's easy for people to find things. And so it's important that we institute that filing system properly, and that's why we're doing this as our third activity in the community. So there are two main areas to this. One is creating an online filing system, and then the second is the document register. Some of you might not have heard about it, but I shall tell you about it today. All right, so first and foremost, we want you to set up a departmental online folder. Many of you have online folders already, which is fantastic. But if you don't, you need to set one up. And if you do, you need to review your online folder and make sure. Sorry, can you mute that person? Or does the person want to speak? Lori, please check out who that person is. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Okay, so as I was saying, some of us might have our online filing system already, and some of us might not have that. If we do have an online filing system, we might want to revisit it and see whether we have the right structure in place for it or not. Because even though we have it, some of us are still dumping things all over the place, and it's still difficult for us to find. Okay, but first, let's even understand why it is important. It's important because obviously that's where we're going to store and retrieve our documents from. Secondly, it needs to be clear, it needs to be organized, an organized way for us to, arrange our business files so that our team's member can easily find what they need. Do you understand? I am sure that this might have happened to you before. You have a document that you know that you probably told one of your staff to create. You've created it, you've reviewed it before, and then maybe months later, maybe that staff leaves or that laptop gets stolen or what have you. Then maybe another staff needs something similar, and you remember that, no, I know we have this document now. I know we have done this template before, or we've done this operational manual before, and all of a sudden you're now looking for it, you can't find it, and then you get now telling somebody to recreate it, and that can be very frustrating sometimes, and it can be a time waster, a complete time waster. And so these are the things that we are trying to avoid by ensuring that this particular task is done. So when you put a proper filing structure in place, your team knows exactly where to put or find documents. Work becomes faster as well, and it becomes more coordinated, because you can easily tell somebody that, oh, there's this file, go to this folder, you find the file, and they know exactly where to find it, and they know how to do it. Secondly, it also makes your business look a lot more professional, and all of you within the organization will then begin to have better habits of creating good documents and also filing your documents properly. So everybody will then begin to follow a very good habit of ensuring that that is happening. Lastly, when you have a very good filing system, and what it does for you as well is that it helps with your onboarding and succession planning. So consider a situation whereby you have a new staff that has just come in, and you are able to share a folder where the documents that they will be using will be. So it could be an admin staff, it could be an accountant, it could be an HR person, or one of your project managers, or one of your trainers who might need slides and so on and so forth for what it is that they want to embark on. If you have an online filing system, there's a way that you can share folders with them, and they will be able to have access and go through that folder and so on and so forth. So it really, really helps, to ensure that your filing system is clean and in the right order, and it's, available for onboarding. Likewise with succession planning. Succession planning is when maybe a staff leaves, a new staff comes in, or a staff is being promoted to a new role, and a new staff or an existing staff is taking over from that other staff. That's succession planning. that new staff, it will be easy for them to even train each other, because the old staff will be able to say, okay, here is the folder where all the things that you need are, and it is properly managed in the main folder and subfolders and so on and so forth. Now, the good news is that online, I will show you that later. As usual, we have explained all of that. We've even explained to you the different maybe departments that you should have, and those departments that you should have that you're going to use to create your filing system are from the org structure. So if you actually did your tasks from step one and you created your org structure, all you then need to do is to create departments in line with your org structure. So if you created your org structure and you had like customer service department, you had your maybe for someone like Mrs. George, for example, she might have maybe cost department. So all the files that are related to the cost department will be in one folder, and there might be subfolders there. You have your HR department. Someone like Omolola might have her events execution or events planning department or what have you. All of that, all the documents related to that, vendor management and so on and so forth, will be inside that folder. And so you just create the folders in line with your org structure. So that's the very first level. Then within those folders, you have like subfolders and so on and so forth. Now, what platforms can you use? Many of us use Google Drive. There's there's Zodocs, there's online on OneDrive. There's so many online drives that you can use. But the most important thing is that make sure that you're using the one that you, the business owner, has access to. Sometimes I have seen it, believe it or not, I have seen situations whereby we go into a company and we find out that the staff is using their own personal drive. So because they've not even set up an emailing system, because they've not started set up an emailing system, sometimes we see a situation whereby they're using maybe their Gmail and what have you. So the staff too is creating documents, putting it on their Gmail and sending and sharing it with other people in the organization. But the day that staff leaves, you're losing your documents because that person was using their personal email. So at the very least, even if you don't have an emailing system, but we advise that you should, ensure that that document is on your own Gmail drive. Do you understand? That bit is very, very important. Glory, please, can you read out the comments that has just, because I'm on my slide, so can you read out the comments for me, please?
George says she uses Telegram and Google Drive.
Telegram and Google Drive, fantastic. Yes. So Google Drive, and I like to believe that the Google Drive is the one that she uses herself. Is it a paid one? Is it the paid version, or you're using your personal one for now?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
Are you paying for the Google Drive, or you're using the free version for now?
We pay for the Google Drive.
Fantastic. Okay, good. Which then means that you can use that for your official emails as well, right? As a company, and so you can have like a team, because that's the paid version.
Okay, that's the workspace. No, we didn't pay for Google Workspace. We paid for Google One.
But you still have a drive. You still have the drive that your team can then have access to. Yes.
We have a folder on the drive that they have access to, but every other thing is done on Telegram.
And then so you use Telegrams for your subgroups instead of WhatsApp?
No, you have a WhatsApp group. Then Telegram is where we drop the lesson plan for each class,
right?
The videos, the class details, and all lesson reports. So when they send their lesson reports, they still send to the drive. Then exits, what do they call it? Exit report, like if a student is leaving, because the student may come back, so we have an exit report template so that we know where they are at the moment before they left. So when they come back, they don't need to start from the scratch again.
All right, fantastic. Yes, I think Telegram is more versatile in that manner, and you can add more people on Telegram than on WhatsApp, right? So I think that helps. Am I correct? I don't use Telegram as much, but am I correct?
No, we use WhatsApp for easy dissemination of information. We have a group on WhatsApp, but not everybody is on the Telegram. The Telegram is only for the trainers. That's
Okay.
the only person that the only group the
Let me
Telegram
ask you,
is
why are
for.
you then using Telegram? Let's learn from you. So what was the
Okay,
advantage of using Telegram? Let's learn.
there's a lot of advantage. Like we have different arms in our sector. We work with schools, we
Okay.
work with parents, we work with adults, we work with children. And as much
Okay.
as possible, we want to make sure that we separate these things from each other so that
Okay.
it's not confusing. So we have a Telegram group for those going to school. And within the Telegram group, you can create subgroups within the group. So like we have a group for term one, a group for term two, a group for term three, where everything they're supposed to do is in the group. And then we
Okay.
have a group for tests and exams. So that way, all you need to do is just go there. You'll be able to prepare for your class ahead. Now, for those training with private classes and group classes, we have the name of each child as a group. So like if you're taking a child called Tony, you have Tony. Tony has a path. So you just go there, click on Tony. If you are using videos or anything that you feel Tony would need, you put it there as you're preparing for the class. And then so it encompasses a whole lot of things, and that's why we use Telegram for the classes. So both for our schools and then
So
for
was the attraction that Telegram can get you more groups versus WhatsApp? I'm still trying to understand the advantage of Telegram over WhatsApp.
Okay, the advantage is that even if somebody is joining the class, let's say we get a new tutor that wants to take over a class
Yes.
from a teacher. If they join on WhatsApp, number one, WhatsApp doesn't have the multiple group feature within a group, but Telegram has it. So you can
Right.
create group within a group for Telegram.
Okay.
And then for WhatsApp, every other information that has been said or dropped about the child, the new tutor will not be able to see it. They would only be able to see from where it started from. But on Telegram, if I had trainers that will go to the Telegram, check other classes that have been done in the past and be like, wow, people have really done a lot. So they'll go there, learn from the other people, then also use that to formulate their own lesson plan or lesson execution. So that's one of the reasons why we love Telegram.
Thank you. So you see, we've learned something today. We've learned something. So, so at least that last point that you made too is very important, because WhatsApp, for example, if a new person joins a group, you can't see past conversations. Unlike Telegram, that you can see past conversations, you can go and check histories and things like that. So that's also an added advantage. So we've learned something new today. Thank you very much for sharing. I appreciate that. Ufoma, you had your hand up. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
In addition, Telegram documents somehow they are saved automatically. Unlike when you have to set like a backup, either automatically, intermittently, or you have to do it yourself manually from time to time. On Telegram, everything you sent on that chat is just there as long as the account is not deleted. You can see it at any time. It's like that. Your information automatically, they're backed up at any time, even though you lost your device. As long as you have access to a Telegram account, you can see what has happened before.
Okay. Thank you for that added information. So there you have it, community members. Telegram might also be something we might want to explore. So we can use ChatGPT to even tell us more about Telegram and how to set it up. Don't worry. Speaking of ChatGPT, at some point we'll be using ChatGPT to demonstrate some things in terms of helping us answer some of our questions faster and filling our templates faster. So I'm sure by the time we get into the HR modules, we'll use a lot of ChatGPT as well. We'll do demonstrations for you guys. But well done. Thank you very much to both of you for enlightening us on Telegram. So very important. So to wrap up this step 3.1 discussion, we've talked about having an online drive and the offline, the chat platform as well. So yes, we can have a WhatsApp group, but now we've also learned about Telegram, using it for even more activities that WhatsApp is limited to. One last thing that I want to mention that was stated on the online, on CC, is access control. Access control in the sense that when you put a document online, many of us might know this, but a number of us might still not know this. We can choose what documents certain staff see. So you can actually share a whole folder with a staff, or you might just share one document inside a folder with a staff. And even when you share it, they can see it in terms of just viewing and not have access to editing, or you can give them access to editing the document as well. Do you understand? And what that also means is that when you have documents online and most people have access to it will be the latest version of that document. That's one advantage. Another thing is that multiple people can work on that document at the same time. So all of this, has been explained on CC. And like I said, I'm telling you this so that you know and you're, aware of all of these things, and you can ask your accountability partner for more help if you get stuck at any point in time. So let's go to the second one now. So the second part 2 of this is the document register. Now this one, I'm not sure many people are aware that this actually exists. A lot of multinationals actually do this, because as a multinational, they have so many documents and so on and so forth. They even hire people that are called document controller. So they pay a whole human being just to be managing documents and registering documents and so on and so forth. They pay them well, in multinationals, especially in oil and gas companies, where they don't joke with their documents and so on and so forth. So that might actually be a career path for somebody. But yeah, so there's something called the document register. So majority of the time it's an Excel sheet, and majority of the time it should be an online Excel sheet. So it could be a Google sheet, a Zoho sheet, one of those sheets that are online. So we've created that sheet for you, and you would upload that sheet. Now this document register has different columns in there for you to basically list out the documents that you have. What that does, you have by department. Now what that does for you is that it allows people in the organization see that, this document actually exists. And it also tells them where that document is and and the last time that it was revised, right? Now, when you put the document online, and when you put the document register online, like I said, people can go there and they can check things, which also helps with ensuring that they're not duplicating documents. There are many times that I've seen a member of staff, even in client offices, that are working on a document. And because I've been working with that client for a while, I know that document exists. And I'm asking, okay, did you check the document register to see whether this document exists? And you're wasting your time doing another document again. We get that a lot. But when you have a document register and you know that it exists, that you can just check, know where that file is, and you're not wasting your time doing that document again. So it's very important. Number 2 stated there is that you have to ensure that document is updated, especially for operational manuals. So the document register would also now tell you that this document exists, and it should also tell you the last time it was revised. If a document, in an example that I'm going to show you now, there's some documents there that maybe was created in 2016. So are you telling me that in 2025, a document that has been created since 2016, we're still using it exactly the same way? We've not found a way to update that document or make it better or make it a lot more efficient. Do you understand? 2016 is probably 9 years ago. So that tells us how old the document is and whether by now we need to have revised that document or have improved on it, or even to do away with that document, and maybe now we're using an online software or some kind of automated form in carrying out that task that document was helping us effect. Then lastly, again, handover from staff to other might be difficult, or other process becomes messy. What this document register does for us as well is, again, in line with that onboarding that I mentioned earlier. So if you're handing over from a staff to a staff, sorry, don't mind me, it's been a long day. If one staff is handing over to the other, or a new staff is coming in, again, when they look at the document register, they know that all of these documents exist, right? And so that even helps them ask questions, and they're like, okay, this document exists, I'm looking for it. But technically, the document register should help you, because it should tell you where you can even find that document and so on and so forth. But at least what it does for that person is that it enables them to know that this document exists. So part 1 is our filing system and ensuring that our documents are filed where they should be filed. Part 2 is that all those documents are also registered onto a document register, so that we can first and foremost even use that register to see that these documents exist. When we click the link or we follow the pathway, we know exactly where to go to find the document. Now let me show you an example of a document register. So this template, we created it for you. and it is on CC. So just download it. We even left some things on there as an example. Upload it to your own online drive, and obviously delete this and write your own things there. But here are some examples. So for example, under human resource, now don't forget that human resource will now be the human resource department, which has its own folder now that you have, that you would have created on the online drive. And here we're saying things like employment letter, your job specifications or descriptions, next of kin form, company policies, and so many other things. So as you're even creating a lot of these documents with us under Upturn, you'll be populating your document register, you'll be putting them in the right folder, and things will be great. So back to this HR example that I was giving, you have the document title, you have the document type that this is a letter, this is a form, this is a policy created by you. Write the staff name here, so you always know who created the document, the date that it was created. So as I was making an example, I said, okay, for example, now this document was created in 2016, but if you look at this, there's another column here that says last review date. It was reviewed June 3rd, 2025. Okay, so that means that I'm looking at the latest document, and I'm also seeing that it has been revised like 5 times, and I have to look for the revision that says that document name with a Rev 5 at the end of it. And what that does for me is that it helps me know that yes, this document is up to date, it's not obsolete, it should carry things that are important, and so on and so forth. But when I see a document that was created in 2016 and it's still showing last review date was 2016, it's a red flag for me, especially if it is a job description or a job specification. I'm going to be like, are we not involved? We need to really think about this. So the document owner, which is this column here, is typically like the departmental head, right? So this one technically, sorry, we didn't edit this correctly. This one should actually show like the HR manager or HR officer, not admin. And then this one should show customer service. Sorry, the edit wasn't very good, but we will correct that. So the document owner is typically the head of that department. So if you have an HR manager, then the HR manager is the head of the owner of the HR resources document. If you have a customer service supervisor, that's the owner of the document. And it's their responsibility to ensure that a document is updated and is constantly being looked at from time to time. Do you understand? Because they're the ones that are in charge of the operations of that department. They're the ones that are in charge of the operational manuals as well, how we're doing things in that department. So if anything changes, they're the ones to really look at a document or a template or what have you and say, we need to update this document. So that if somebody else takes the document, they know the new way of doing things. They're not doing things the old way. And that's how we foster continuous improvement. That's how the company keeps getting better and better, because we're constantly looking at better and more efficient ways of doing things. And when we think about those ways, we ensure that our documents are updated. And when our documents are updated, we come to our register and we update our register as well. Then the last two things on this sheet is location on file. There are two ways you can do this. One is the way that it has been done, where you can literally see that, okay, if you go to the Upturn folder, you click on HR, you click on employee management, then you now get into the employee letter. So this shows that in the main folder for Upturn, there's an HR folder there. If you click on that, there's an employee management folder there. Then if you click on that, you see employment letters, and then you find the letter you're looking for. Likewise with the others. Or you can literally copy the link. If it is an online drive, obviously, which it should be, that's what we're advising. You can literally copy the link to that online drive and put the link here. So it can be a clickable link. So you literally just click that link and it takes you to where the folder is. So that, again, your accountability partner will put you through on that once you reach out. So this document is on your TC. Let me see if I can get to TC. Yes. So this is a lot of the things that I've explained is on TC. What to do next is even saying download it and upload it on maybe Google Drive and so on and so forth. So it's giving you instructions on how to do it. It is there. The first bit that was mentioned, okay, I knew that was going to happen because I haven't Anyway, it's on CC. Just as usual that we have put all the explanations there for you and the templates there for you as well. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. I know I spoke a lot. Do we have any questions around what I have said today or what we have learned today? Remember, around two things. One is the filing system itself. The second is the document register itself. So what have we learned and what are we going to implement? Ufama, please go ahead. Unmute yourself. Ufama, I can't hear you. I think he's having a network issue. Does somebody else want to go ahead? So let me ask. Maybe I can ask questions. Okay, so why is it important for us to have our filing system done properly? And first and foremost, ensuring that it is online and not domiciled on people's systems, but it is online. What's the biggest reason for doing that? Somebody answer. Nora, I think you raised your hand. You can go ahead, please. And then I'll take maybe a lot more after. Nora, please go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yes, good evening. Yes, I can hear you. I raised my hand and then I listened to your question again and then I had a rethought. Anyway, so what I wanted to say was it's important that it be online so that it can be accessible even after the person, just in case the person was handing it before leaves the company, it doesn't leave with the person. You can still go back and access it. That was what I had in mind.
So that's one point. I gave several reasons. So that's one very good point as well. Okay. Any other points? Please go ahead, Biblomo.
Okay, so you don't also need to redo the document again and again. For me, I find that I have to redo documents because I can't find them. If I got so bad that there was a textbook we worked on, and right now I can only find 3 of the 4 textbooks, and it's so painful because I paid heavily for it and I can't find it. So imagine I had a filing system that was properly done, I wouldn't be looking for it. And so it's not just having it that matters, using it is the major thing. And I kind of like that part where you said we're going to have a register for the document, so you know what you have, you know what you don't have. So yeah, kudos.
Fantastic. I even had the situation, imagine doing processes for clients, right? And I had a staff member that was assigned to that client and they were working on the client's processes. And one day when that staff member was going to the client's office, the laptop got stolen. For me, it was not even the laptop. It was all the processes that this member of staff had worked on that had not been put on the drive yet. You get what I'm trying to say? I almost went mad. I was like, what? And that was months of work. Months of work. Immediately, I put a policy in place and said, as you are working on your client's documents like this, make sure that you are uploading. In fact, if possible, work from the online drive. The online drive has Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. If possible, work from that. We had to then apologize to the client and we had to review the documents. It was super painful. Luckily, I had a few that they had sent to me to review. But the ones that weren't sent, we had to redo it. So there are many reasons why you should just have an online drive and keep it clean. So thank you guys for sharing. And like I said, the document register, which Biblomo mentioned, is also equally important. That helps you know what exists and what doesn't exist. It also helps you know when the document was created, whether it's something we need to review and update. It lets you know who created the document, and so on and so forth. So those are the 2 things that I wanted to discuss with you all tonight. And then, like I said, it's important that we get all of these things ready, because when we resume our session, we're not having a session next week because I want us to catch up. I have a feeling we're leaving some people behind, and I would like to hear feedback from everybody, to be honest. So we won't have a session next week so that we don't rush you guys and people can catch up. For upper week, we're now going to go into our HR processes, and it's going to get very interesting. And since we then now that we have our filing system in place and all of that, by the time we're getting our HR processes in place, we know exactly where we're going to be filing these documents as well. So yeah, let me now hear from everybody. How are the tasks actually going? What are the blockers that we are facing. Give us feedback, please. We really want feedback. Is there something you would like us to do a bit differently? Is the pace at which we're going, is it suitable? Is there anything you want us to change or continue to do? Do you understand? I would like to hear from people, please. If you could unmute yourselves and talk to me, I would really appreciate that. So don't worry, don't mind them. If you want to say something again, say something, because I like hearing from people. I know you might want to say something, not be like, let's not be only me that will be talking. If they don't want to talk, I'll be more than happy to hear from you or whoever else wants to talk.
All right, so I wanted to say that I had fun going through it. One of the things I found out is the simplicity that comes with it. Yes, and while I was going through the RHP part, I think there's another course on RHP that I clicked on, and so it was mind blowing. I was looking at it and jotting, and I was like, you've been playing, you know.
So I really found that course.
I really enjoyed
I almost forgot that it's connected, but yes, we intentionally connected it. I totally forgot that we even connected that other course. So we try to simplify it on the main platform, because we're not like, hey, before people now say information overload, but we now still put the link there. So that's good that you went as far as looking at. Okay, so I'm listening. Continue.
Okay, so yes, I will. In fact, I met with my RHP today, but we've not had that discussion. She was just like, "What am I doing?" I said, "Just hold on, let me digest it, so that when I'm giving it to you, I'm giving you the proper information. So just hold on." But overall, it's been a beautiful experience. Honestly, this shouldn't be free, because it's a whole lot. So I really appreciate how much Upturn has done in such a short while. My eyes are opened to a lot of things. I'm very big on structure, but at the same time, I see that I'm still leaving a lot of things on the table that is making me a bit uncoordinated. So thank you so much. Yes, it's really helping me.
Thank you. So one of the words I was hoping to hear tonight is the word that you have mentioned, which is simplicity. We said to ourselves that people can go online, they can go to Google, they can go to even ChatGPT. Information, Yakma, there's information everywhere. But how can we just simplify and remove all the fluff, just and all the frills and the fluff, and just tell you that this is what it is, or yeah, this is what you need to do, and get on with it. And so we struggled a lot with ensuring that we're just giving the right amount of information that you can understand and just get on with the task that you need to get on with. So when you said simplicity, that gladdened our hearts. So it means that we're in the right direction, and we'll continue to try. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yes, any other feedback?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Mukoma. Thank you. Yeah, I'm hearing.
Mine is not feedback, but I think I must have missed a lot.
Okay.
I know I've not really come. Yeah?
I said, in what aspect?
I heard you mention a platform called Tipsy, that we can get it on Tipsy. Is there a new platform?
Oh, is that same platform, Trainer Central?
Okay, that's TC, right?
Trainer Central, TC.
Okay, I thought I had Tipsy. Okay. Okay. I'm not vexed, so I'm not being.
It's the same platform.
During the adoption, this was about the point we left off.
Yes.
So, I think I was feeling like
You've caught up. I mean, we are caught up.
But now I think I need to follow up more closely now. Now
yes.
we're back on track.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
But my ladies from adoption, my ladies from adoption phase, I've not seen or heard from them. My fellow early adopters, I've not heard from them since we got back.
Are you here? Say hello to come out. Giving money. I think she might have just dropped up. I saw her earlier.
Okay.
I think she dropped up, but she was here earlier.
Nope.
Thank you. Okay. Any other person Mary Joel, let me hear your voice tonight. I'm missing you. Melody, how are you guys? Mosu, how you doing? You guys talk to me.
Good evening, coach. Evening. Actually, I don't want to unmute myself because of the mocks around. They are having their whatever they are having. So it's really obstructing. No, but I really want to say thank you. I can't go off without saying thank you. You've done a lot. You've done so much, especially in this filing system. So my eyes just got open to something. You know, in my own business, when I just started, I was having this problem of consistency in formula. Consistency in formula. When you have to, for example, you want to make a batch gel, the first batch, after producing it, you discover that the second batch, you have a slight difference. I just got to know that when you file your formulas, you understand, you have your workout, your operations and everything stored in a place which you have to go back and work with it. For consistency, I believe one should always have this filing system. And I just appreciate what you've taught us this evening. My eyes have been open to a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's implement it. Let's implement it. So you and Jerusalem, let's get that implemented.
Yeah, she will. She's not here right now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay. All right. Any other feedback, guys? So feedback, what are our thoughts? And then is the timing okay? We're struggling to figure out the best time that works for most people. Do you understand? Some people are saying 7 p.m. might be a bit this, so we don't know. It's a bit difficult to satisfy everybody, but is the timing okay as well? I think we should
it's okay for me.
Pardon?
The timing is okay for me.
Okay. Thank you. Who said that? I didn't catch the person that gave that. Okay, thank you.
The timing is okay as well.
Okay.
Yes, today's timing is perfect for me.
Okay. So we'll keep it at 7 for now and we see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We're just trying to get the perfect time. It's a bit difficult to satisfying everybody, but we'll try our best. Okay. All right. Any last bit? The time now is 8:09, so we've actually extended our 1 hour. Any RHPs? How are you guys finding it? Let me hear from a few RHPs. We have Nora here. Who else is at RHP that is here? Let's hear and report to your business owner if they're giving you too much operational work and they're not letting you focus on the structure. Start reporting this for me. I want to hear. Nora, Jumoke is you're in Jumoke's business. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yes, you are.
So is Jumoke stressing you? Let me know now. Is she allowing you to do your Upturn work, or she's telling you that you should go and cook the rice? Which one is she telling you?
Actually, I have a lot of backlog on Upturn to catch up on or catch up with. So I haven't got to the point where she has to do anything with me right now in terms, because I don't even really know much yet. I'm just learning. But I started. We've spoken about picking a day for our meeting, and I know what about that. So by the time we come back and you ask me concerning whether she is allowing me or not. But for now, we're fine. I still have a lot to catch up.
So what time are you committing to? What time are you committing to?
You mean for us to meet?
No, for you to catch up for me. For you to catch up, when are you going to come by?
Okay, so are you talking about me catching up by myself or catching up with her?
Catching up with the tasks and then aligning with her, but you have to catch up with the tasks first.
Yes, okay, so for now, I cannot catch up during work hours. I haven't handed over my job to anybody yet. I'm still doing what I used to do, which is a lot. Okay, so it means that I'll have to find time after work to do the catching up. So I think maybe that's why it's seems to be taking a while, So and to answer your question, sorry.
No, I wanted to. I'm calling Auntie Jumoke. Auntie Jumoke, are you there?
Hello.
Auntie Jumoke, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh yeah, I'll answer your query. Auntie Nora has too much work. She's not able to focus on your structure. What are we going to do about reassigning some of our operational work to somebody else? Help me. Help her.
So we want to recruit. We want to recruit and get some things off. Even my right hand person has so much. When I saw the expectation of who she should be, it means that a lot of the things that are on our table has to move.
Yeah,
so that we can be able to get the things on the strategy and documentation properly well.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll follow up with you on that. We have noted it down, and we're going to follow up with you on getting somebody else done, because that's how we're going to get out of this vicious
Thank
cycle.
you.
Yeah, that's how we're going to get out of this vicious cycle. So Nora, thank you for telling us the truth, and we shall hold Auntie Jumoke. Make sure you pay her salary. Don't come and now deduct her salary for throwing your money.
Alright. It's to increase our salary.
That's what I like to hear. Well done. Okay, thank you. Mosu, how's it going on your own end? Melody, what about you?
Good evening. I'm fine, thank you.
Good evening. How's it going?
Yeah, we are good. I still have a lot of backlog. So network is showing me pepe. Yesterday, I was trying to watch just the welcome video for about 15-30 minutes. I still didn't get to watch it to the end. I don't know what's wrong with the network.
2 minutes video.
Yes, so a 2-minute video. I didn't get to watch it to the end. I was on the website for on Trainer Central for like more than 30 minutes really. I don't know, maybe it's internet. No, I've not downloaded the app. I'm using the web version.
Download the app as well.
Okay, I'll try that.
The instructions
after I like finished watching the video, I tried to fill the form. I filled the form before, but there was some correction I needed to make, so I tried to fill it again. That one didn't even do that at all. I was really frustrated. I just left it.
So you might want to consider getting another.
Yeah, I'll download the app. I didn't even know there was the app. I'll download the app today. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's take one or two more people and then we call it. The time is 8:15. Anybody else that wants to? So how is it going for you?
I've given the lady in charge. I've given her feedback on how it's doing with the money.
Oh yeah, tell me now. I'm not asking you. You don't want to tell me. What's that?
And I told her that I'm having some issues with CEO and that I will tell, like it's not even on this meeting now. That's one of the challenges I'm having. I said we also understand all this information now, he needs to hear by himself so that he can work with them. And it's not here now, and that's the problem I'm having. Yeah. And so I told her some things that right now we are having serious issues that I don't think we are going to continue working together.
So we know what you can do. I'll pick it up. I'll see if I can have a conversation with him for you to help.
No, before you call him, I've told her that please, I want us to discuss this thing because right now I don't. Maybe I need to speak with you first so that you can understand where I'm coming from.
I'm struggling to hear you. Say that last bit again.
I thought maybe you and I can have this conversation first before you now speak to him.
Okay, no worries. I will schedule time to have a conversation with you tomorrow. Okay. Let's make it happen so that we can help Mosuo.
Okay, please.
All right. So thank you for sharing that. We'll see what we can do. That's why we're here. We'll try and support you as best as we can. Okay. All right. Kathy, I know you've been trying to talk and you've been having network issues, but thank you for coming in here.
Okay, so Kathy replied in the chat.
Pardon?
I said Kathy replied in the chat. She said her comment is that you meet your students in co-business owners where they are, like at any level they are, they get picked up by you easily.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you meet your students where they we get picked up in our. We do try. We try. Thank you very much for that comment. Very kind of you. Thank you. All right. So let me not hold us any longer. Thank you very much. We spent about an hour and 15 minutes on this conversation, and it was a pleasure. We can go on and on. I love hearing from you guys. We really do. But let's call it a night. So thank you very much, everyone. So please, like I said, we will not have a session next week. So we're going to use this week and the rest of next week to catch up on all our tasks, our lines, our RAP, and get up to date so that we're not leaving anybody behind. We will then continue. But that does not stop our interactions on the WhatsApp group. Please feel free to ensure that we have those interactions. And let's also interact in the CEO group as well. I will drop some little nuggets here and there, and if anybody has any issues as well, please feel free to reach out in that group as well. Okay. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a fantastic evening.
Bye.
Well. Thank you.
Thanks for the
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.